Hello everyone, this is Showtime 112. This is part 2 of our video about the Italian Air Force in Soviet Union. In part 1, we talked about the initial deployment and organizational structure, and we focused on the activities of the 22nd Fighter Group as they fought in Ukraine and southern Russia, equipped with Mach-E C-200. Watch it if you missed it. In May and June 1942, the Italian ground forces in the Soviet Union were significantly strengthened. For its part, the air contingent replaced its exhausted 22nd Fighter Group with the 21st Autonomous Fighter Group, commanded by Major Enrico Foscini. The 21st Fighter Group brought 18 new Mach-E C-200s with it. The formation also inherited a number of C-200s from the 22nd Autonomous Fighter Group. This video is sponsored by Patrick Luthier. He's the author of Mussolini's War in the East, an exciting book about Italian combat operations in the Soviet Union. If you want to learn more about this relatively unknown part of World War II history, click the link in the video description. Another interesting news was that the 21st Autonomous Fighter Group brought 12 Mach-E C-202 Folgore fighters, which were distributed among the squadrons. The C-202 Folgore was powered by a Daimler-Benz DB601 engine, which considerably improved its performance over that of the C-200 Saetta. The C-202 could fly at a maximum speed of 370 miles per hour. It was armed with two 12.7mm machine guns and two 7.7mm machine guns. The rate of climb was 3,563 feet per minute. Other air units were similarly replaced. The 61st Reconnaissance Group was substituted with the 71st Reconnaissance Group. In addition to recon aircraft, the group also received 12 twin-engine Fiat BR-20M bombers. The unit was now operating from Voroshilovgrad, modern-day Luhansk, and Kantemirovka. In connection with the increases in strength, the air contingent's designation was changed from Comando Aviazione del CSIR to Comando Aeronautica Fronte Orientale, or CAFO, and it was commanded by Brigadier General Enrico Pezzi. During the German advance in summer 1942, the 21st Autonomous Fighter Group frequently moved. The group transferred to Makiivka airfield and then to Voroshilovgrad and Oblivskaya. As time went on, the C-200 type was increasingly tasked to escort German aircraft. On 24 July 1942, the unit was shifted to Tatsinskaya airfield with 24 C-200 Saetas. Its main task was to escort Stuka dive bombers in the Don Bend area, where few German fighters were available. The Saetas proved unable to protect the Stukas from more modern Soviet fighters flown by experienced pilots, and these missions would lead to the greatest losses to that date for the Italian fighters in the Eastern Front. On July 26, 1942, 9 MC-200s escorted a group of German U-87s when 20 Soviet Lag-3 fighters attacked. The Italians lost 3 fighters while claiming 1 Soviet Lag-3. A similar scenario occurred the next day, but this time the Italians claimed 3 Lags while losing 2 MC-200s. German reports described the Italian fighter escort as most disappointing. From December 1942, the Italian airmen were involved in the effort to stop a Soviet counterattack along the Don River. A mixed formation of 7 MC-200s and MC-202s were sent to strafe Red Army in the Baichek sector on 11 December. The Italian formation faced heavy anti-aircraft fire, and one of the Folgores flown by Lieutenant Lionello was hit, forcing the pilot to bail out. The next day, a formation of 3 Saetas and 1 Folgore was bounced by Soviet Yak-7Bs of the 127th Fighter Regiment. A future 11-kill ace, Alexander Petrovich Savchenko, shot down a C-200 flown by Tenente Benedetti. The Soviet pilots reported fighting C-200s and one Me-109, obviously mistaking the identity of the more modern Italian fighter. The MC-202 Folgore flew only 17 operational missions in the Eastern Front. Despite its advanced features, the type achieved no air-to-air victories, while one of them was lost in combat and another one in an accident. On 29 December 1942, after the beginning of Operation Little Saturn, Italian aviation in the Eastern Front lost its commander-in-chief, General Pezzi. When he learned that about 12,000 soldiers had been surrounded by the Red Army in Chertkovo, he decided to personally fly there in order to bring supplies and evacuate the most serious among the wounded. Pezzi took off from Voroshilovgrad and succeeded in delivering the supplies to the besieged garrison. Several wounded were loaded and the airplane took off. However, it never returned and the exact cause of loss remains unknown. When the Italian ground forces' resistance along the Don River collapsed under Soviet pressure in late 1942, the Italian air contingent fought a rearguard action in an attempt to stall the Red Army advance. Italian fighter pilots flew many escort missions for their own bombers and for transport aircraft shipping supplies to Stalingrad. As Kantemirovka airfield was captured, the 21st Fighter Group retreated westward. They flew their last sorties on 17 January 1943 when a mixed formation of 25 C-200s and C-202s attacked a large, motorized Red Army convoy in the Milerovo sector. The group then retreated back to Stalino, and on 22 January 1942, the decision to cease all operations in the Soviet Union was made by the headquarters of Regia Aeronautica, the Italian Air Force. During the 18 months of its use on the Eastern Front, the C-200 had claimed an 88-15 victory-to-loss ratio. Altogether, Regia Aeronautica flew about 4,000 combat missions and about 1,800 transport missions. 45 airplanes were lost to various causes. Besides the already mentioned 88 enemy airplanes shot down, another 50 were claimed destroyed on the ground. The total number of airplanes used was 136. The Italian fighter groups in the Eastern Front apparently didn't record air victories individually, and no pilot achieved the ace status in this theater. One of the most successful pilots was Sottotenente Giuseppe Biron. This veteran of the Spanish Civil War probably shot down at least 4 I-16s and MiG-3 fighters individually on the Eastern Front. If you liked the video, be sure to press the like button. Your support on Patreon or by donations on PayPal is needed for the channel to stay in business, and I thank you for it in advance. Keep watching Showtime 112.